Good morning, Miss Alex Rivas, International Relations Expert. Today, I will conduct a brief interview with you, focusing on how technology is transforming modern diplomacy.
Good morning. Thank you very much for the invitation. It's a pleasure to discuss such a relevant topic as the transformation of diplomacy in this digital age.
To start, can you give me an example of a digital tool or platform that diplomats use today?
Yes, one widely used platform is Twitter, which allows diplomats to foreign ministries to engage in public diplomacy and to issue official statements instantly. In addition, secure communication platforms like Signal or encrypted email services are essential for confidential exchanges. For multilateral diplomacy, on the other hand, virtual platforms like Zoom and Microsoft Teams are now the standard for hosting negotiations and briefings, especially in times of crisis or when in person meetings are not feasible.
Oh, how interesting. I had no idea tweet could carry so much diplomatic weight today.
Mhm.
How has the rise of social media impact diplomatic communication and strategy?
Well, social media has transformed diplomacy by making it more immediate, visible, and interactive. Diplomats now engage not just with governments, but with global audiences, shaping narratives in real time. It requires careful messaging, as one tweet can influence bilateral ties. Strategy now includes digital reputation management, real time monitoring, and using platforms like X, Twitter, or LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very useful to support national interests, promote soft power, respond quickly to misinformation or crisis.
It's impressive how international narrative is managed in real time.
Mhm.
What role does cybersecurity play in modern diplomacy?
Cybersecurity is now a core element of diplomatic operations. Sensitive communications, strategic negotiations, and classified data must be protected from cyber attacks and espionage. A single breach can compromise national security or diplomatic credibility. Therefore, diplomats must be trained to use secure systems and follow digital protocols. Additionally, cybersecurity has become a diplomatic agenda item itself, which with countries negotiating norms, treaties, and cooperation mechanisms in cyberspace governance and digital defense.
Curious how something so recent has become so essential in diplomacy.
Mm.
Have you received any training in digital diplomacy or tech-related skills during your studies?
Oh, yes, yes. Technology related topics are embedded in various academic modules. We are trained in digital communication, data analysis, international cybersecurity frameworks, etc. Workshops and simulations help us develop practical skills for managing digital platforms, also for crafting online narratives and understanding tech's impact on international relations. All these tools are increasingly necessary to navigate the evolving diplomatic landscape and engage effectively with both state and non-state actors in a tech-driven world.
It is good to know that they are already being prepared through their academic training to face this new challenge. Do you think artificial intelligence can replace some traditional diplomatic tasks? Why or why not?
AI may support some diplomatic functions like data analysis, document translation, or trend forecasting, but it cannot replace human judgment, emotional intelligence, or cultural sensitivity. Diplomacy involves trust building, subtle negotiations, and understanding context skills that machines lack. However, artificial intelligence can enhance decision making by providing insights and simulations. The key is to integrate AI as a tool that augments human capacity, not as a substitute for the nuanced role of a diplomat.
Makes sense. Technology can help, but it can replace the human.
It
How do
cannot.
you how do you think big data on data analysis are being used in international relations today?
Big data is crucial for analyzing global trends, monitoring conflicts, and understanding public opinion across countries. Governments and organizations use it to anticipate crises, assess foreign policy impact, and inform negotiation strategies. Data-driven diplomacy helps tailor messages to specific audiences and evaluate international agreements' effectiveness. Um, when responsibly applied, it enhances accuracy and foresight in decision making, but it also requires ethical handling to avoid manipulation or privacy violations.
It's impressive how data can anticipate conflicts and help make more informed decisions in diplomacy. What are the ethical risks of using new technologies in diplomacy?
What are the ethical risks? Well, new technologies poses ethical risks, including surveillance abuse, data privacy violations, and the spread of disinformation. The misuse of AI or social media can influence elections or manipulate public opinion. Diplomats must navigate the line between strategic communication and propaganda. Transparency, accountability, and respect for international law are essential. So, establishing global digital norms and ethical standards is necessary to ensure technology serves diplomacy without undermining human rights or democratic values.
It's worrying how this technology can be used to manipulate and violate privacy. How should diplomatic balance confidentiality with transparency in the digital age?
So, diplomats must safeguard sensitive negotiations while being transparent about public positions and values. It's about controlled disclosure, releasing enough information to build public trust and legitimacy without compromising strategy or national interest. So, digital platforms allow for proactive communication, but they must be used responsibly. So, training in media literacy and risk management helps diplomats navigate this balance, ensuring diplomacy remains effective, secure, accountable in an increasingly transparent world.
It's a tricky balance, being open to gain trust, but not revealing information that could undermine the negotiation. Has technology made diplomacy more accessible to citizens? If so, how?
Yes, technology has democratized diplomacy by opening direct channels between the citizens and the foreign ministries. Social media enables public engagement, live updates, and real time policy explanations. Virtual events and consular services now reach wider audiences. This accessibility strengthens public diplomacy, builds national image, and fosters mutual understanding. Citizens can now follow, question, participate in foreign policy discussions, making diplomacy more transparent, inclusive, and responsive to societal concerns.
Of course, the technology brings diplomacy closer to ordinary people, allowing everyone to participate and be informed. What's your opinion on virtual embassies or metaverse diplomacy? Are they the future?
Virtual embassies and metaverse diplomacy. Virtual embassies and metaverse diplomacy present innovative ways to expand presence, especially in underserved regions or during crisis. Yes, they can enhance public engagement, cultural diplomacy, and service delivery. However, they should complement, not replace, physical missions, as human interaction remains vital. These platforms raise legal and security concerns that must be addressed. So, in the future, hybrid diplomacy, blending physical and virtual presence, may become the norm, yes, for global engagement.
Yeah. It's fascinating how these new platforms can expand diplomatic reach, although they will never replace direct human contact. Well, thank you very much, Ms. Rivas, for taking the time to share your knowledge and perspective with us. It was a truly useful conversation.
Thank you so much for this invitation, and it's an honor to respond to these fabulous questions. Thank you very much.
Thanks.